Yep, you're hot. We got the Voodoo Ranger Juice Force checking in with LTP.
Yep, mics are hot. The camera's hot.
The block is hot.
The block is hot.
The beers are cold.
And the beer's cold.
The takes are lousy.
And we're just all a bunch of idiots.
Hey, salud, though. Everybody, let's tap this glass.
Hey,
just to make sure we're all drinking
just
it.
for the Lions, hey, for the Lions' victory. We'll take it.
All right, we're all in this together now. Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
This does not taste like a boozy
It
beer.
sure
No,
doesn't.
it tastes like a 3%er.
Yeah, that is not good.
No.
Yeah, it tastes like a few more could go.
Yeah, exactly. It tastes like we can pound a few.
I'd be going to bed early.
But what's going on, guys?
That's fine.
We're in the middle of the season. We want to welcome you to a brand new episode of Lions, Tigers, and Ponies, the unofficial Detroit sports podcast. And we say unofficial for a couple of reasons. One, we're not actually affiliated with any of the Detroit sports. And two, we don't actually live in Detroit, you know? We're a couple Lansing people, you know? But
517, baby.
That's right. The 517 reps the 313 hard, all right? My name is Riojas. I'm one part of this show along with...
You got Sean Ballard coming in hot.
Nice.
And Levi Wilson.
That's right. And we're just three guys who love Detroit sports. And
Bleed it.
we bleed Honolulu blue during September, you know?
Win or lose, we're there every year.
We didn't even tell each other to wear Lions gear today, by the
It
way.
didn't need to be said.
Exactly. What's understood doesn't
Yeah.
have to be explained, you know? But, dude, how were you guys feeling after that victory?
I literally, I woke up with an extra pep in my step, dude. I woke up, I didn't even need to drink any coffee when I woke up that morning on Friday.
Go.
Dude, I went to work, I was riding high. I got to talk smack to everybody at work because they were doubting the Lions the night before going in, and I was trying to explain how real this Lions team is. I was explaining to them, dude, we've been following them close in the offseason.
Yeah.
We've been keeping up with practices, off-season workouts, and then come to see, everything come to fruition, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I
Let's
I
go.
couldn't even go to bed.
But, but did you get that feeling towards the end of the game that we were going to blow it?
A little
Did
bit.
you have that
Yeah.
feeling where you're like, oh.
There was one point where I thought for sure that we had a less than 10% chance.
Yeah,
of winning.
I call that Detroit bubble guts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just waiting for. I was like, okay, where do we blow it here?
Where does the other shoe fall?
I it was weird to me whenever we got that first down, and then I didn't click in my head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that it
I was
over.
like,
yeah,
why are they shaking? Why are they so
Yeah.
we won?
dude. Yeah, and you're
We
like, oh
won.
wait.
Yeah.
We beat the Super
It
Bowl
took me a
champs.
minute to be like, I guess we did just win.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're out of timeouts.
Yeah.
There's less than 2 minutes. We're taking the victory formation. It seems kind of early. No. Oh,
Yeah,
they won.
it
the
was
first
weird.
victory formation. You're like, why are they taking a knee already?
It was a lot different than anything we're used to. I mean, just the way they really finished the game.
Yeah.
That was not old school Lions strategy, dude.
No, the
When-
defense was that's why I think that's why I was so confused.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, we made big plays. That's what's always killed us is that you have Stafford and you had some good offensive games and stuff, but then you just needed to make a stop.
Yep.
And we could never do that.
Yeah.
Right.
And
we could
got
never
him.
make a stop, but we were making stop after
Yeah,
stop.
we got him.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't care how the whole game went. When Patrick Mahomes gets the ball with 2 minutes to go in the game,
Yeah.
you're scared.
Magic. Yeah,
You're scared.
that's
I
where
was-
he makes the magic.
Dude, I was on the edge of my seat, please, 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 let us hold on to this.
No,
thing.
it was touch and go.
So I guess I'm not an expert by any means, but what was the thought process you think with going for it on 4th and 25 or
25?
whatever? That didn't make sense to
no,
me.
I don't. If he wasn't, I feel like if Andy Reid was playing any other coach besides Dan Campbell, he would have made the classic kind of call. But when he's playing against a guy with guts and grit like Dan Campbell, and he's like, I got to show that I believe in my team as much as he
Yes.
believes in his team.
Yeah.
They end up making those. I honestly was does he think this is Madden?
I think he was playing the cojones game.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
Campbell, right there on that on that
Punt?
fourth down, the fake punt.
Fake
dude, I was like,
punt.
dude. Did you guys see all the memes though? By the way, on that.
Yeah. There was like a lot of comparisons to the South Park episode where they're wheelbarrowing.
The balls. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but
Let's go.
well, I just don't. I like don't know if that was the right call though. Is what I'm saying. Like I don't know
To go
that
for
it was
the fake punt?
No. That was obviously the right call.
The fourth.
The
down.
fourth and
Yeah,
25. Like just strategically, I don't know that made a lot of sense.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they still had 3 timeouts at that point.
Yeah, and then you just kind of gave the game away.
Yeah.
Like I just don't. I think that if you would have, they could have played that differently. Like he could have even just went out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
I think that
No,
would have
it
made
was-
more
it was-
sense
it
and just
was-
stop the clock and then try to get the ball back.
Yeah.
It was definitely a moment of passion. You know what I mean?
Well, he couldn't believe that he was about to lose to the Lions.
Yeah.
I think it got the best of him that he's like, wait, this is the Lions that I'm playing against, and I'm about to lose this game.
Andy Reid, man, where were you at?
Yeah.
Where were you at?
That was questionable because I actually have always liked Andy Reid. I thought he got the short end of the stick at Philadelphia when he was the coach there.
I was glad when he got moved out of the NFC. I'll
Yeah.
be honest.
Yeah.
When he left the NFC, I was happy.
Well, because I actually was surprised when Philadelphia fired him because
Yeah.
he was actually a really, really good coach.
A winning coach.
Yeah,
He's a
and-
winning coach.
Philadelphia is back in the mix too again now, but even then, still, it's like, well, Andy Reid hasn't really taken a step back, so that was a little surprising.
No, he
but-
didn't. He didn't lose a
Philly's
single
a
step.
tough spot because Doug Peterson won the Super Bowl and they fired him.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
got rid of him too.
They have
Yeah,
a zero
yeah.
tolerance policy.
Well,
But yet
'cause-
they're still
because
good
he-
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they also got rid of both of the Nick Foles and Carson Wentz.
Right.
Who, you should have stuck with them for 10 years.
Yeah, when they
You
got
know?
rid of Nick Foles and kept Carson Wentz, I was shocked after
Yeah.
he won the Super Bowl. I'm like, what's going on here?
Big Dick Nick.
Yeah,
Are either of those guys even in the NFL anymore?
I think Carson Wentz is playing for
backup?
The XFL?
Yeah, is he? No, I thought he was with the Chiefs, the Commanders. I thought he was with the
No,
Commanders.
he wasn't on a team. The last clip I saw of him, he was trying to work out for teams, and he was wearing like a Colts helmet and Commanders shirt. And I'm serious.
he's just a mixed bag.
Yeah. He couldn't have anything left.
That's
He's full.
wild. He
he's
was
the
number
melting
one-
pot of the
wasn't he
NFL.
like a number 1 pick?
Yeah,
Right?
No, well, was he number 1? He was definitely like
No.
a top pick.
No?
I
He
think he
wasn't
might have
number
been
one.
like.
Okay.
He was in the top 10, I want to say though, maybe or something like that. I
That's
can't remember.
wild. That's wild.
Yeah, it's
He's definitely a flop.
Yeah, no, the NFL don't give a fuck.
no
Trey
no.
Lance? Hello.
Yeah, see ya.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy on the rookie deal contract got 3 years of very productionable play,
You know,
and that's like
But
what they need to do.
Brock Purdy was looking good today.
Today he was
Oh,
cooking.
dude.
but they have that's the luckiest team of all time.
Yeah.
Like there's certain franchises like Philly for one, and there's Steelers are another. There's certain franchises that are just ran really well consistently year after year. Like we talked about New England, they could they pick up the football kicking phenomenon and they can win 8 games with their
Yeah.
eyes closed every single year somehow. But then there's teams like San Francisco that gave up 2 first-round picks to get Trey Lance, and they messed up big time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like most franchises, that would have set them back so far.
Yeah.
But they happened to get lucky and get Brock Purdy, who was
Mr.
so
Irrelevant.
far down in the draft that his contract is so small that they
Yeah.
have like the highest paid running back, the 3rd highest paid left tackle,
Yep.
the highest paid defensive player in football.
Yep.
Like if you go down the list, all
And
these
they're
the
starting
highest paid
quarterbacks
fullback,
making like $17,000 a week.
it's like all these, it's seriously
He's getting
like
paid
that.
like an electrician.
All these positions are paid so much money. Fred, I don't remember exactly what it is, but like if you look at you for sure have running back, you for sure have the tackle, you for sure have the fullback.
Yeah.
Nick Bosa. There's this whole list of all people that are like top 3 highest paid in the NFL,
Oh,
and then
man.
Brock Purdy's making like $700,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
No,
it's
Because
crazy.
that's what I'm saying. How lucky do you get?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you messed up big time with that, but now you have the benefit of having
and
such a
he was like
low-
perfect for the first 10 passes today or
Yeah.
something. You know,
Purdy?
he was like I mean, he ended up having some drops, but he was like starting the game strong. Like
Well, then,
there's a reason why they
so
like him.
you talk about these strong conferences or these strong teams, and then on the flip side, you have the Lions, who have never gotten lucky, not once.
We're starting to.
Well, we're not really lucky. I think this is actually like planned
I think
strategy.
Chris Jones and Kelsey get both out is kind of lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, I'm taking that.
But
because
I don't want
they
to
could
hear
be
excuses,
they could be out at the end of the season just as likely in
Yeah.
the playoffs as they could at the beginning of the season.
But what I'll tell you, I won't tolerate though, Rio.
Yeah.
Is Kansas City fans using Kelsey being out as an excuse for losing.
They could use that excuse all they want because we still got the dub.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, we
But
had
it's like-
Jameson Williams out too.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly.
they're not quite the same level of caliber, but they're definitely a high pedigree.
Yeah,
player.
that's a speedster who can stretch the field. And honestly, I want when J-Mo comes back to have like 2 long touchdowns. That makes every single team have to respect.
It'll
him.
make them forget about the Raymond Noodles too.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
Raymond Noodle incident. It's
Dude.
like, okay, nobody cares about that.
Yeah, I honestly
What
cannot.
ramen noodle incident?
I think he was like eating like cup of noodles or ramen noodles, and like people were like,
That sodium level.
they were
is
trying
so
to
high.
hate on him for eating too much sodium. This is after
I went like one time. I want to take like I want somebody to like do a full blown investigation. So somebody comes out and says something like that, and I want to like dig into their life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to learn all
What's
about
your
this
diet
person,
look like?
clearly they're a supermodel.
Yeah.
Clearly they have 6%
They
body
work
fat.
out constantly.
Yeah, I doubt it.
You
Oh,
gotta
I
treat
doubt
your
it.
body better than
Yeah.
that.
It's like,
You gotta
meanwhile,
eat-
you're a couch potato eating chips and dip,
That's-
criticizing.
He's like eating a cup of noodles himself. He's like, I can't believe you eat that.
Yeah. No, he's probably doing something way worse.
Oh, I'm
Oh
sure.
my
But that's why.
gosh.
But that's what people do. They sit on their high horse when they're,
Oh,
just
no,
casting stones.
Yeah, exactly. I want him to come back fast though. It was awesome. And I'm also gonna say that's the healthiest the Chiefs team is going to be. You know, is at the beginning of that game. Like all their players are fresh. Everybody's like healthy. There's no excuses. Like they're
Chris Jones doesn't count either because that's a self-inflicted wound.
Yep,
Yeah.
yeah.
They did not
Right.
take care of that contract, so
Yep.
you can't use that excuse.
Right, that's
No.
not our
That's
fault.
on them. He didn't play because of their team.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And they're notorious for not paying their players.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he's 30 years old, so like I kind of get it.
Yeah.
Like
He needs
as good
insurance
as he
future.
is, I don't know if it makes a ton of sense for a team that's got Mahomes as young as he is to
Pay a wad of money to him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let
because
him go
like what if
0-3 then, you know, and see if they might change their tune.
Now
but,
another.
but you're gonna get. He wants a big contract though.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
how many more years can he play at that level? It makes you wonder.
Well,
Yeah.
if he's 30, maybe 1, 2 at the most, something like that.
You think he wants a 1 or 2 year contract? I doubt it.
Yeah, he's
No.
probably trying to push
And-
for another 7 years.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, no,
240
we're not
million.
signing you to 7 years, buddy. You'll
Yeah.
be
So that one
walking around
doesn't
with a cane
count.
by then.
But in baseball, we do it. We sign fucking
25-year contracts, $1 billion.
Sorry, I don't mean to get into bad contracts that the Tigers use.
Oh.
As soon as you say that, just Javier Baez striking out
Oh, yeah.
just went in my mind.
Oh, yeah.
Just immediately.
So another thing too, Chiefs wise, like I'm just gonna kind of bring up some stuff on the other side of the fence before we get too heavy into the Lions situation. But
Yeah.
as far as that game's considered, now Kadarius Toney, wow,
Yeah,
he needs some
first
shit
Velcro on his
sandwich.
gloves, dude.
Yeah, first game
he was
back.
looking doo doo.
Not good.
Mahomes actually
I'm okay
put it
with
in
it.
the basket many times, and he dropped
Okay.
big balls.
But this is something that I have to figure out. Kadarius Toney gets so much love, I feel like. Compare Kadarius Toney to Jameson Williams.
Yeah.
Okay? What has Kadarius Toney done so much better than Jameson
Nothing.
Williams to this point?
Nothing.
But yet every year everybody's like, oh, Kadarius, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
people were so mad. They're like, they started him. They're like, he's gonna be the number one. They really had high hopes. Everybody's out. He's gonna have a big game. And I'm just sitting there thinking, I'm like, what has he ever done?
Nothing.
Yeah. To prove that.
No,
But
it-
yet he gets a free pass over and over again. Jameson Williams can't light a fucking firework without getting.
right,
what
without
I'm
getting
saying?
criticized. Yeah. No,
Wait,
and
crazy.
What college did Tony go to?
I think is he an LSU product? No,
No, it wasn't. I don't know, but
I can't remember.
Okay.
I
I
don't
was just
know.
wondering if maybe his pedigree, his college
I just-
pedigree was like.
I kind of feel like he went to a big college. Hand me my phone.
better
real
than
quick.
what?
Yeah.
Alabama?
No, I can't remember where he played, but I'm gonna look it up.
It
real
just
quick.
doesn't make sense to me, you know?
Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah.
make sense that players like that, like everybody has such high expectations for him, and yet that you watch him try. He had the lowest PFF score of, like, I think in history of a wide receiver.
Oh,
Or
no.
like it was pretty bad. I mean, you can't do worse than like 4 drop passes.
Yeah.
And no
5
catches.
targets. Yeah, 1 catch for 1 yard.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, 1 catch for 1 yard with
He-
5 targets.
He played for University of Florida Gators. I thought it was an SEC school. I just
Okay.
wasn't
Yeah.
sure which one. Yeah.
Florida.
So that
Good recruit then.
Either way though, he sucks. Okay.
Yeah,
So I'm
no,
with
it
you,
was bad.
Levi.
It was
Like
bad.
way overhyped.
Yeah.
Never has done nothing. When he played for the Giants, he sucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
there's a reason they got rid of him.
I mean,
But that pick, they traded him for that pick, and then they traded that pick for Darren Waller. So the Giants kind of swindled.
Yeah, no, that was a good move. I like Darren Waller.
Yeah, me too.
So Lions though. Let's. What are some of your guys' frustrations from the game? I want to hear what you guys got for. I know there were some good things, but what are you guys thinking you're frustrated about from what you saw?
The penalties that weren't getting called on that tackle were crazy.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like that was crazy.
Yeah.
Well, obviously I'm a big Aiden Hutchinson fan, and he was killing it. He was doing so good.
Dude.
But if you give that guy 2 yards back, it makes it almost impossible to
beat
rush the
him.
passer.
Yeah.
Well, no, this is something I heard. Okay, because a lot of people are like, well, and I'm totally with you. I'm not disagreeing because he was definitely like lined up in the backfield. First of all,
Yeah,
we
and
teach our kids at 7th grade you can't line up off the line of scrimmage like that. Second thing, even at the tight ends.
But you can.
No, I don't think you can.
I mean, they allow it.
Well, the second thing is
You have to have the golden boy of the NFL as your
he
quarterback.
was jumping before the snap, okay? And then third thing is he was holding the crap out of Aiden Hutchinson. Now, with all that being said, the holding and like the jump is one thing, but what I will say is I'm almost thinking, because I heard this theory, somebody was talking about this and it made sense to me, that maybe the reason the coaching staff for the Lions were not complaining is because every time he lined up like that, they knew it was a pass play.
Yeah.
So they might have been like, yeah, that's kind of stupid, but at least we know it's a pass.
It was tipping their hand.
Yeah, and they're passing it on this play, which as a coach, I'm thinking, okay, I might let him get away with that and let Aiden be a distraction.
Is that true, though? I saw that too, but I don't know if that was true.
I don't know if it was true.
Because I can't say. But
I think a lot of analysts
I need to
felt
call
like
Dan.
it was.
We gotta call Dan.
That like he was tipping their
I don't
hand
know.
towards what play. It was just that was crazy. I think I wanted more interceptions. Saw Gardner Johnson, CJ Gardner Johnson drop like 2 for sure picks.
Yeah.
We need to tighten that up. We need to get those.
But he was putting the thump on some
Yeah.
people, though. He was coming in hitting hard from the
Yeah.
safety position, dude.
It was awesome.
There was a few hits where I'm like, oh, he can hit like that? Okay, I like this guy.
Yeah.
He was making tackles.
He led the league in interceptions last year.
It'll come.
So
I'm patient.
And he could have had a couple. So that one might have been my frustration. And then I wanted Gibbs to get more touches.
Okay.
But I know he had nerves. You could tell he had nerves.
Well,
when he slipped on the 1 yard line, like tripped on air.
Yeah.
I was like, that's just like,
Yeah, that was a
jitters.
touchdown.
Yeah, first game jitters.
Campbell has already, I think, come out and kind of just like reaffirmed to everybody, like, hey, he will get more touches.
Yep.
We're just slowly introducing the rookies.
Now, they just want to get his nerves in.
Now, I'm going to tell you my one little frustration, and I fully believe this is going to be resolved, but I think our offense on a few possessions was just a little bit off, and I don't know exactly what the problem was, but you guys definitely know the 2 possessions where we drove methodically down the field and scored touchdowns, one at the end of the game, one at the beginning of the game. Well, in between all that, our offense didn't really have me super overwhelmingly excited. I was like, how are we not doing anything?
Yeah.
But I think
they have a good defense.
Yeah.
They still have a good defense.
I think the offense will come. It's just they're trying to work out kind of some of the wrinkles and bringing in some new personnel. I think, give it a couple games and hopefully that'll look a little bit more clean kind of possession.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be tightening a lot. They have 10 days till their next game.
Ooh, lots to work on.
Did you guys hear about the ratings? How much ratings we got?
Sky high.
That's good for business.
Sky high.
27 million viewers. Last year was only 20 and a half.
Yeah, they did. They did. They blew that one out.
Dude, yeah, that's a lot. 27? That could be listen, the Lions are moving the needle.
Yeah.
And people are tuning in.
People are jumping on the bandwagon.
They want to see
the hype
us.
is real.
Yeah.
The hype is real.
Well, so I'm all here for it. I've been living for this, but we already talked about this a little bit. I do have, for some reason, when I watch those games, I get this feeling that golf is going to let us down. And I hate saying it because I don't want to be a hater because I've
that's okay.
notoriously not liked golf, and I want to be, and I he's protecting the ball and he's making good decisions.
Yeah.
He's overthrowing high. I appreciate all that stuff, but I just get this feeling that when push comes to shove and the game's on the line and it's a playoff situation, that he's going to do something bad. Well, I keep getting this feeling because when I watch the game, he has no pocket awareness at all. Like 0. And that's not his game.
That's why we have such a good line.
Yeah, that's not his game. I get that. But, like, he cannot escape anything.
No.
Yeah.
There was a couple times where I saw he could have probably tucked and moved the needle a little bit
like
more,
he has no mobility whatsoever. He has no pocket awareness.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, like.
But we already addressed it. We got Hendon Hooker in the cooker.
Yeah,
I know.
And
I know.
We're gonna be letting that stew get nice and seasoned.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like
there's gonna be an extension coming though. He wants an extension.
Saying, like, what's Goff's future, and is an extension like an extension in trade? Maybe, you know. I'm like,
no, I don't know. I think that the Lions believe in him. Like,
yeah,
that's their guy.
They want.
I hope I'm wrong, and I hope it all works out. I just could see, as I said, I just have this feeling that like we're gonna get so close. Like, we're gonna make it to like the NFC Championship, and then the game's gonna be in his hand. Well, I'm just saying I could see this, and then like you put all the it's like it's like an Alex Smith kind of thing,
and then he throws it out of bounds on 4th down
or something like that.
Yeah, we've been this patient. Like, if we got to the NFC Championship, he shits the bed. At least we
made progress.
Yes, we're further than we were, and we're still getting better. We still got there's still a lot of talent in that QB room right now, too.
There's a lot of risk for strip sacks whenever you have no pocket awareness, too.
Yeah.
Because, like, when you watch that game and you saw Patrick Mahomes, who's the flip side of that, you can't sack that guy.
No. You can't bring him down.
And he might throw an interception because he's a little bit more of a gambler, you know. But as far as, like, protecting the ball and escaping, there's not very many people who do it better than him.
Yeah.
And that's a huge...
Dude,
he kept drives alive. He had nobody to
Yeah.
catch the ball, and they still had a good chance to win that game. So.
I mean, Aiden was getting held every play, but he was...
7 QB pressures.
So that was helping a little bit.
And
But at the same time, Mahomes, like, he does just have that, like, weird knack of just, like, making it happen somehow. And it pisses me off.
Didn't you see the gap between Patrick Mahomes and Jared Goff? I think that's why.
Yeah.
Is because seeing those two play, like, if he was playing Justin Fields, then maybe it would be different. But when you compare it and when you're watching Patrick Mahomes on the highest level, you're like, Goff is not that good.
No, he's not.
I'm glad we have a decent quarterback.
He threw less interceptions than Patrick Mahomes that game.
Yeah. Well,
I know.
And he has now moved up to 3rd place for the longest completions without an interception in NFL history.
And that's huge. That is huge because they've out of those games they've won
a lot of them.
What, 10 out of 11 or something like that?
And on top of that, you figure last year that first stretch of 8 games, or we were 1-8. The reason we lost majority of those games was because our defense was terrible. Yeah. It wasn't because of.
I think we were 1-6.
I thought we were like 1-8, but either way, it doesn't matter. So the point of it is that the close games we lost to Miami, it was like 42-45.
Baltimore Ravens took a 68-yard field goal.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Who else did we play in that stretch where we lost them games? Dude, they were all close.
Or the Vikings.
The Vikings was another one. Yes.
Came back from 10 points down in the fourth quarter to beat us.
Yes, and it was all because of our defense. Now that defense looks a lot different as of Thursday. Now, can we continue to play at that level on defense? That's what I'm excited to see.
I think we're going to be rising past that level.
I hope so.
CJ Gardner-Johnson was like, we should have beat them by more.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hell yeah, because you dropped 2 interceptions that you should have. Like, like there was one where it literally was just like in his grass.
Another player too that, like, you know, I know like a lot of people questioned during the draft process that I was like really keyed into, like trying to find him on the field and like see what he was doing, and he looked pretty nasty, and I can only imagine how good he's gonna be as Jack Campbell, dude. That one pass breakup
where he like turned, dived, and like
that was a Superman breakup
dude,
for sure.
That was straight Superman. I was like, did he honestly reach back that far?
That's what we want.
The Brian Branch reach back left-handed, one-handed pick. Dude,
and Brian Branch is going to be in that kind of he's like, one thing about like him and the camp was that he was always in the right place to either make an interception or to make a tackle.
Oh yeah.
Like when you play that good, the ball just finds you.
Yeah.
And it seems like it literally looked like it found him.
Do you remember whenever we did the draft recap?
Yeah.
And I was like going through.
Yeah.
And we like went through the picks, and I like
did the comparison.
Skipped Jahmyr Gibbs and Sam Laporta, and I was like, I'm just going to Brian Branch.
Yeah.
Like I was so excited that we got him.
Dude.
Because that guy,
and he definitely has a faster 40 than what he did at the combine. I believe it. I saw it.
Yeah, he was he got clocked at the fastest speed on the field.
Yeah, exactly.
This past week, which is crazy. So
fastest speed on the field.
And I'll say, like,
he ran to that from the 50-yard line. I thought he caught it at like the 20 or something. He was in the end zone so fucking fast. I was like, oh shit.
And I feel like there are people out there. I don't care how much you like track stats and time people doing stuff. Dude, when people play in a game situation, some people just elevate to another level.
Yeah.
You know, like they might be like, oh, you're timing me and I'm running this little 40 on a track or whatever. Yep. That's one thing. But all of a sudden when they're playing, their brain and everything's operating completely different. And I feel like they can perform higher than what they're capable of in like just a testing situation.
Are you sure it's that? Do you think it's just like I think it's just in a game it's like angles. Like it's smart running.
Yeah.
Like cutting at paying attention, being able to make it like that because you could be as fast as you want, but if you don't know where you're going,
right?
You know what I mean?
It's like a combination.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely think that
there's fast, there's smart fast.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And you can't do that in like just a strictly like, you know, black and white testing situation. You know what I mean?
But I think Brian Branch is both.
Yes.
I think he is. So is Jack Campbell though.
Oh, dude. Like
so those rookie, we got a lot of heat for our draft class, but I think that
they put it to bed in game 1.
I think they released the fire extinguisher, dude. Because
all 4 of those rookies,
and then Laporta was looking good after the catch, dude.
A hurdle for the first down.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't want to be negative because obviously I'm not negative at all about this. This is great. This is what we live for.
Yeah.
But from watching that game, I kept thinking in my head, I'm like, I wasn't seeing as much pass rush from the other side as I was hoping. Because I thought we were deep at that position. But all I saw was Hutchinson and Ali McNeil getting in there.
Yeah.
I saw nothing from that other side, really. I think Houston had a couple nice plays. But, like, in general, there just wasn't a lot of pressure coming in from the other side. And I was like, man, without that rotation,
it's so hard to really get pressure on Mahomes, you know.
But I don't think there was a lot of. Yeah, I just didn't see. I didn't see it as much as I was hoping to see. Like I had high expectations.
Yeah.
But then on the flip side of that, then I'm sitting there watching like David Montgomery, and I'm just like I personally just don't value what he does that much, and I'm probably wrong. But like for me watching,
I liked him a little bit.
No, I'm not. No, you need a runner like that. I just don't know if you need to pay somebody money to do that.
No,
Like I just don't know if we needed to give him a contract to bring him in to do that. Like I just feel like we could have drafted somebody else later that would just be like a power running back. You know what I'm saying? Like, just considering the holes I saw other places, I was just like, I don't know if because like, and then I watched Jahmyr Gibbs out there, and he looked like he can pound too.
Yeah, he was breaking some runs. He was breaking some runs.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
dude, he was laying his
shoulder.
But
he just had the nerves though. I feel like it was beneficial to have Montgomery in this week just to kind of steady the ship. You know, he wasn't gonna slip at the one.
Okay, but this is the thing. This is where I was going with that. If Coach said he's going to give Gibbs more touches, everybody agrees that Gibbs should get more touches, right?
Yeah.
So who do those touches come from?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to come from
Montgomery.
Monty. But
you get what I'm saying? So, like, if he has the load that Jahmyr Gibbs had, does he really need to get paid that much? You get what I'm saying?
No, I don't think.
Like, if he's going to get, like, 13
he was
carries.
signed way before we drafted Gibbs, too.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
don't know if they knew that was their plan.
Yeah, he was signed in response to Jamal Williams' departure.
But they had to fill that role no matter what.
Yeah, I think they
whether it would have been Kareem Hunt or somebody.
They pulled Jamal pulled the plug, and then they just sought to immediately plug it back.
Well,
up.
and I think the way they looked at it is,
I don't still know if I value that position. Is all I'm saying.
I think the way they see it too is, I think from what I remember, I could be wrong, but I think Jamal actually wanted more money than what they paid David Montgomery, and there was some drama involved in that situation, and they didn't want to pay him quite what he wanted. Which I'm not saying they should or shouldn't have. That's besides the point.
Yeah.
But I think when the David Montgomery situation arose, they're like, well, you know, we were going to pay potentially Jamal more than this, so to get a player like him.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it. And Jahmyr Gibbs could get hurt, too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not mad about it. It's just something I was thinking about because I was just thinking in my head as they said that they're going to drop down his. Well, and if his low gets down, like watching Jahmyr Gibbs play, I'm like, okay, well, this guy needs more touches.
Yeah.
Everybody agrees with that.
Yeah,
so I'm just thinking if this guy's going to get all these touches, then Montgomery's probably not going to be that involved. It'd be nice to have him when you get in the red zone, don't get me wrong. Like, there's times it'll be good to have him, but I don't know. It was just something I thought about. But either way, the offense made enough plays. They got it done.
Yeah,
I mean,
Amon-Ra looked great. Dude,
that's a given, though. That's
what I
always a
will
given.
say is Jared Goff does. He runs the play action pass really well.
Yeah,
When
that's
they
his
set
strength.
it up, dude.
That's what
his
they want to
play
do a
action
lot with him.
pass is nasty though. Like he'll hit, dude. I mean, when they're running the ball well, and he hits that play action 30-yard gain, how do you stop that?
Well,
and then you go back to run, and then you hit him with another play action. Like
Another
that's just
30-yard run.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's classic football, and it's working great, and I love it. You know, like
I think
it's nothing fancy. There's no fanciness to it.
I'm excited to watch this year.
Yeah, me too. I'm definitely am. I think that Seattle Seahawks is going to be another good measuring stick.
They're on the clock, dude, and we're gonna get them back from next year because last year
they're on. Yeah,
last year they got
they're
us
on the hit list.
Yeah, and
then they took our fucking playoff spot.
And our defense was suspect last year. Our defense is better this year.
Oh yeah.
So
no, I don't think we're gonna have to worry.
I want to see Gibbs get loose next week.
Me too.
Yes.
Me too.
I want to see Gibbs
get him involved in the passing game.
Yeah.
Well, and I want to see what
Stop Lockett,
their real
stop
plan
Metcalf.
is because Jay Johnson said that they've got some serious plans for him. Or not Jay
Ben
Johnson.
Johnson.
Ben Johnson.
Jeez,
Yeah,
oh, Pete.
yeah.
I'm going Michigan State.
Oh yeah,
here.
he surprised me all right when because he said they had that people
Some
weren't
crazy-
gonna.
Yeah,
people
they were like,
were gonna be surprised the way they used him,
yeah, but
and I was because they set him on the bench. So I was very surprised.
it's like, oh, that's shocking, actually.
Yeah, he got me.
Yeah. No, I think there's more in store. Okay, let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. you
Hey,
know.
I'm not saying anything bad. They won. They won a huge game. You know, they just won a huge game. I think one
Oh,
thing
my
that we learned
goodness.
today too from this is the first football Sunday of the year, and it looks like we're gonna be able to walk through the NFC North.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Ooh,
We're
Minnesota
watching.
lost to the Tampa Bay.
Yep.
Trash.
Oh my gosh.
What were you
Baker
gonna say?
Mayfield.
What were you gonna say?
Well, I was just gonna say, and we're watching Green Bay play the Bears right now.
Yeah, if you notice that I've been looking past the camera during this episode, it's because I got a little same game parlay for the Bears, and I don't know if we're gonna. I got the over at least. I ain't got to worry about the over.
We gotta shout out the new projector that's clear.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's nice.
So in
Nice.
case you guys haven't noticed, Lions, Tigers, and Ponies set has changed. We're at a bar. We're no longer doing the desk shot, and Levi's also vamped up the video projection equipment over here too. The Lions,
Yes.
Tigers, and Ponies studio is legit,
Yeah.
and it's more than just studio because we're gonna hang out here after we're done. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll be playing Guitar Hero, Mario Kart. We got it all set up.
The
here.
Yeah,
Classics.
it's all fucking good.
And we do have a special guest with us here today. He won't be making an appearance, but yeah, I did bring my son with me,
Oh, yeah?
Keegan. We've talked about him on the podcast before. And he's chilling. He's kind of our tech guy right now. He's
Yeah,
in training, and he's got his beats on. He's watching the game, and he's wearing the
listening to
Jameer Gibbs jersey.
Yeah, it's fresh.
It's
fresh.
legit.
It's
so
fresh.
maybe one day with a little experience, he might get a little TV time. So
Considering we're drinking 10% beer, I don't know if we're gonna have kids on.
This is the bar. Too.
Yeah.
So-
Okay, so if we get this is a huge win. Big time win.
Yeah.
The media was all over it too. I mean, they were really hyping it up. But
Yes.
this is if you wanted a
There was hype. There was hype for the Lions.
yeah. Dan Campbell was talking about the wind beneath his wings with all this hype, but it's growing now. So,
Yeah.
I guess it'll be interesting to see. This is a team. This is not even a team. This is a franchise that's not accustomed to winning.
No.
So that's going to be interesting to see. Like we all knew that this was going to come. I
Yep.
think all the bandwagoners
Yeah.
and casuals were probably not.
they were having doubts.
No, well,
Yeah,
no,
well,
they
they wanna
probably
see
weren't.
it.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
probably weren't
Which I
like
don't blame
shocked
them.
as we were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, we were shocked and like
Some people
With the
just need to see it.
competency, yeah.
Some people
Shocked and
need-
reassurance.
Yeah,
That's a great.
it was like
Some people need to see it to believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
But my question is that how, assuming that things keep going the way that they are, which I can't imagine how anything could go bad because if anybody on that team gets hurt, I feel like there's at least somebody in the ranks who can
yeah, we got
step
some
up.
depth.
We're
yeah.
so deep.
On defensive line, offensive line, linebacker. Tracy Walker's sitting on the bench.
Safety.
Teddy Bridgewater is
Yeah.
sitting on the bench.
We signed Isaiah Buggs and benched him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So I think we can withstand pretty much anything.
Yeah.
Even if Jared Goff goes down, Bridgewater comes in there. I think we can still win some
Bridgewater
games.
looked good the final game of the preseason too. I like that. He was slinging that thing.
Yeah.
So I don't see any reason to question if we're going to keep winning games.
Yeah.
But what I do question is how we're going to handle winning.
Yes.
That's going to be interesting.
Is that going to get to their heads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think this team, they were winning at the end of last year, and they knew that they still had to keep their heads
Well,
down.
and
Like, I think they're used to like, regardless of what they're doing the last week, it's this week that matters.
Well, and a good example of that really is like, just setting the scene. Like, obviously any Lions fan kind of saw the scene happening.
Yeah.
But like, you go from last season, the 8-game win streak, okay?
Yep.
Like Rio's saying, they knew expectations are actually kind of there for them. They handled that pressure really well going into an away game on Thursday Night Football to start the season.
Yeah.
After the celebration of the Super Bowl champs. I'm watching this all go down
Yeah,
from home, and
the
I'm
banner
like,
dropped,
and
and
I'm
like,
like, dude, they're dropping banners.
we're ruining that night.
Dude, they got the sweet like choir from Kansas City doing their thing, you know, and I'm like,
no, like if you play for State Farm, fuck you.
yeah,
Aaron
dude,
Rodgers, get fucked.
yeah,
Like,
oh yeah,
Patrick Mahomes, get fucked.
yeah, and then I'm
All right,
like,
who else plays for fucking State Farm? We'll dust them too.
probably Chris Paul.
Well, he's not an NFL player.
We're dusting him though. We're dusting
He
him.
gets
Put him on the
dusted.
field. See what happens. Chris Paul's going down.
Golden State, get dusted.
But no, like, and then you like see this all set up, and then Kelsey or not, or Chris Jones or not, whatever.
Yeah.
The end result is they
dub.
came out on top, and they proved it through resiliency.
On the
Yeah,
road.
we were
On the
playing through
road.
bad calling.
Dude, Jared Goff's. This is another thing, and I know Levi, you're on the side of where it's like he's not like the mobile quarterback, and I get it, I do.
Yeah.
But one thing I will give him credit for, because I was never a Goff believer. When we did the trade to get him and we got rid of Stafford, I'm thinking, well, we'll take the first round
Yeah,
picks.
Bridger,
But
Bridge quarterback.
I didn't care about Goff. I'm like, he sucks. I was never sold on
See,
him.
I was never that down on him.
I was.
You were?
But the thing is yesterday, or excuse me, not yesterday, goodness. When I watched that game on Thursday Night Football, what really sold me on Goff and really got me believing a little bit was his composure.
Yeah.
Dude, he never looked like
He was rattled.
moved down or up through the whole game, dude. He was down with his back to the end zone. The crowd in Kansas City, I know, was something else, and they were ripping, dude, because this was when the game was still intense.
Yeah.
You know, and it was a close score. They had us backed up. It was like third
We won
down.
an Arrowhead.
Dude,
Like,
and
let's go.
He literally looked level-headed, and
Yeah.
he made that third down pass for the first down, and that got the drive going
Let's
to
go.
get us out of a bad situation. I'm thinking, Jared Goff, I respect you.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
think about this. Think about this, though. Anytime, no matter who your quarterback is, anytime that quarterback's going to be successful is dependent on if that franchise is able to take whatever tools that quarterback has and build a team around them.
Yes.
Yep.
That's what good
Yeah.
teams do.
Yeah.
That's what
yeah.
they have
That's
to.
what the best franchises
Yes.
do.
They have to.
They build the entire team around what they have.
Dynasty
and
mode.
we've never really seen that before, because when we had Stafford, he had one of the best arms in all of football,
Yeah.
and we never gave him a speedy option on the
No,
outside.
it was Calvin
Never.
Johnson. That was it.
Who did
Power
they ever
John, yeah.
get that just ran a fly, that was running that?
I think they tried with like Calvin Johnson and Mike Williams and stuff. You know, they
No,
tried.
I'm talking just a straight speedster.
You're talking about like a
Just
like
somebody
a,
to stretch the field.
Yeah, like a Jamison Williams. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
just any player like
I
that.
think Jameson
They
Williams
never,
the first player of that kind of archetype.
Yeah.
Where he takes the lid off. That
Well,
we did draft.
Right, but those players have existed forever.
Yeah,
and
oh,
like
yeah,
good,
yep.
good team. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's not what golf necessarily needed. But that's like what, like look at what Miami did with Tua. They look at what Tua had some big flaws in his game, but he had some really, really big strengths. So do you think it's by accident that whenever he was in Alabama, he had the fastest wide receivers that could
Yeah.
get separation, and Tua can do a
Bomb
nice
it.
deep ball.
Yeah.
So what did Miami do? They went and got Tyreek Hill, and they got Jalen
Jalen
Waddle,
Waddle,
two of
yeah.
the fastest receivers in the game.
Yeah.
It's not
yeah.
by mistake.
No.
It's not an accident.
They're like,
that
we're just
Tua's
gonna play on
throwing-
his strengths. Yeah.
Right, but that's what good teams do, and they
Yes.
win games. Right?
Jalen Waddle's so good,
but
too.
an organization,
Tyreek Hill's so
Detroit,
good.
I feel like has never really done that because they were just like incompetent, you know.
Right.
But
Yeah.
now they run. You said he's good in the play action. Well, you want to know who runs the most play action? The Lions.
Yeah. Shocker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what.
So to play on what you're saying though is, and to kind of go along with that is, that's how I can tell though exactly what you're talking about, is that with the newer ownership in the Lions and the older ownership, rest in peace, being gone, things have dramatically changed from the executive office all
Not
the way
even
down.
rest in peace.
Yeah,
Fuck
Sheila Ford's
Well,
still alive.
I never
by the
like
way.
anybody dying, but
pretty sure
they
she's
were
still
terrible
alive.
owners. Okay, so
No, I'm speaking in whole, all of them, everybody.
Yeah, no, I get it.
All
but,
the people that put us in the spot that we were in for years.
But the biggest thing
Yeah.
that has made a dramatic improvement on the Lions, and I have to like say it starts here, is really Brad Holmes. I mean, he has like changed the way that our draft process goes. You know, they're trusting Brad Holmes with who he sees, and he's a good scouter.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, and if you go back to winning last year when we went on that streak,
Yeah.
that means that 2 years worth of draft players have not been on a losing team.
right,
Because last year's draft picks were on a winning record.
right,
Mm-hmm.
This year they're 1-0.
Yeah.
So and if you think about how many starters came out of that, that's actually quite a bit.
yeah,
So your turnover, you're bringing in, for those people don't know the old Lions.
right.
Yeah.
They don't even know the losing.
That's
Yeah.
what makes me very excited to see, like, as time progresses, you know, and again, I'm getting the cart ahead of the horse a little bit, but I do strongly feel as though we will have a successful season. I think we'll win the NFC North. I'll go out
Yep.
on a limb and say it. I know it's a bold prediction here watching this game, but the bottom line is I think we're going to
We'll
win
get
the
to you,
NFC
Chicago
North.
Bears fan, later.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh,
It's
yeah.
time we got to talk about this
Yeah,
one.
you guys sound like the old Lions fans, but
Yeah.
so the thing
Same
is,
old Bears.
yeah, I think we're
Oh,
gonna win the
shit.
NFC North. We're gonna make a little push in the playoffs. We'll make
Same
some
old
noise.
Bears.
I won't be bold and say we're gonna win the Super Bowl because I think that's crazy. But I am curious to see, can we continue and like actually turn what we have going into a dynasty, like a Patriots, or
Well,
you know,
hold on,
like
hold on,
I would
hold on,
love to
hold
see
on.
something like that.
Maybe, but hold on. I would say that I don't think it's crazy to say that they could win the Super Bowl because they have a balanced roster, just as balanced of a
Yeah.
roster as anybody else.
Yeah.
They have a fighting chance. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think
They-
it's crazy, but I think it sounds crazy coming from a Lions fan.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
Because
but I don't. I think
There's been
I still got half a beer, dog.
they have.
Well, I mean, I'll leave it over.
It's a long road. It's a long road. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
And you have a big hurdle in the Eagles for sure.
Right.
That's the one that's going to probably trip us up pretty bad. But
Pretty sure
I'm
Levi
just saying.
still has a full beer over there
No,
too.
he doesn't.
No, I don't.
He
but
doesn't.
but I will say that they don't, like, they are in that picture. They are in
Yeah.
that.
Sure. No,
They just beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead.
Let's
Right.
go.
And that's-
Let's
They did.
fucking
So
go.
if they can compete against Patrick Mahomes, who is one of the most elite quarterbacks.
He still put up monster numbers.
Well,
he
and
got me.
that's
He
what
got
I'm
me like
saying.
32 points in the fantasy.
That's
you
why.
know? Like,
That's why I don't want to hear Kansas City Chiefs be like, "Well, we didn't have."
Hey, you
Kelsey,"
wanna know who
because
beat-
it's not like he's not a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Tom Brady never used an excuse that he had an injured wide receiver and he won Super Bowls.
Yeah.
So it's not about what receiver you have and don't have. Patrick Mahomes is an elite quarterback. They have one of the best head coaches in the NFL. We beat a very good team, and I don't want people to downplay
We did.
that. That's
We
all
did.
I'm saying.
Yeah, you know
Well-
who beat the Eagles last year in the Super Bowl?
Chiefs.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
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 So
And we only
that
lost to the
we
Eagles by
can-
3.
We
Right.
can. Yeah, we are definitely in the
With
mix
a
for
suspect
Sure.
defense last year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
With a suspect defense. We had they had our safety last year.
All I'm
The
gonna
Eagles
say
had our safety
is
and we almost beat them.
if you're in the state of Michigan, or if you're a bandwagon fan, you gotta follow the links. You gotta like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Rio, hit them with the
that.
links.
I think
Oh,
that
yeah.
I think that it's fair to say that they have a reasonable shot to go to the Super Bowl. I do.
Yeah, I do too.
Because golf's not a spring chicken.
No, and
No.
he's been there before.
Right.
He's
He's
been there
experienced.
before.
That's why they believe in him. Like I
Yeah.
really think Brad Holmes was part of the draft process that included golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Brad Holmes also drafted who else that the Lions skipped out on? Levi. You were huge on him.
Cooper Kupp or Aaron
Nope.
Donald?
Aaron Donald.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, I
so
remember that.
Levi was hype on
Listen,
Aaron Donald.
if there's someone
I'll
who
give
can
him
find
credit.
a good defensive tackle to draft, it's Levi.
Levi was all about Aaron Donald.
We should have got Jalen Carter. All respect to our draft picks, but Jalen Carter today, he was getting double teamed with a chip. Like there was 3.
Really?
Yeah, they were like 3 linemen.
They knew.
Dude,
and he was
legit.
still wrecking. He was like, oh man.
He
like,
might be a bad person, but he's a good defensive tackle. I hate that I have to say it, but it's true. You know, like
it looks like he's gonna rip somebody's jugular out on the field.
But you know what?
Just don't ride in a car with him. That's all I'm saying.
Oh shit! What's that, Levi?
It's not a popularity contest. You know what I mean? This isn't a charity
That's
event.
right. Sean Payton
We
over
need,
here.
we need football players.
Oh.
I don't know. But we have leadership at every level.
Yeah.
Too.
Yes.
That's a difference.
Yes.
You have a quarterback who's got even Amon is a veteran at this point.
Yes.
So you have veteran. You have a
love the
veteran
Sun
there.
guy.
Your offensive line is
And
all
we love
vets.
captains.
You
We
have
love
Elaine
captains.
McNeil who's been on there. You have Charles Harris. You
Yep.
know, like Romeo Aquara. These are all vets. Then even Alex Anzalone's at the linebacker
I
level.
really don't like
and
him
you have
at
Tracy
all, though.
Walker to
Yeah,
monitor.
me
No, I don't
neither.
like him either. But
I
I'm saying
hate
you
Anzalone.
have leadership.
Yes.
Like when you get into the playoffs and stuff, you have people who have been around the block.
Yes.
It's not
Yep.
like we do have a lot of young talent, but this isn't a young team.
Right.
It's really not.
And I'm on the record, and Levi knows this. I also, like during the game, I was texting obviously both. I don't know. Did I text you, Rio? Probably not. I don't know if I text you, but I did text
Dude,
Levi.
I'll let
Rio
you
was
guys-
a smash zone.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I was fucking hammered, dude. Like
Rio wasn't doing too much
it was
texting.
so bad. I was hungover Friday until like 5 o'clock.
So you were shotgunning Voodoo Rangers?
Shotgunning. I was drinking like bourbon. I was like acting
Damn.
like we had just fucking won the Super Bowl, dude.
Oh,
Hey,
1-0.
Hey,
Oh
do we
my
not deserve
gosh.
that though?
Yeah.
Do
Yes,
we not
we do.
deserve
Exactly.
that? People know how rough it's been being a
Yes.
Lions fan for this long.
No, it's true.
It was so bad though. Everybody, I like logged in at 7 a.m. fucking Friday morning.
Hammered.
Everybody's like, Rio! I got a call from like my boss's boss, and she's like, how's it going, Rio? How was your night? Did you have? And I'm like, yeah, it was so good. She's like, oh.
You
dude.
sound rough.
She was like, are you still drunk? And I was like, no. I got like a good like 4 hours of
Yeah.
sleep. Like we should be straight.
Don't you wish that they would put like a couple games on like a Saturday?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
They won't do it because they're competing with college football.
I know
though,
they'll
yeah.
never do it, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like even just going down to Detroit, and have to go super early to try to tailgate and stuff.
yeah.
Like I'm just saying, like I wish that they would do like a Saturday night game
Yes.
so people could actually go down there and hang
Yeah.
out.
In a
That'd be so
Sunday,
dope.
a Sunday game, we've done the tailgate there before with church and everybody. Remember?
Yep.
Dude, it's rough being hungover on a Monday.
Dude.
It's already a terrible day to begin with because it's Monday, the first day of the work
I didn't
week.
drink that game.
And then,
Yeah.
I did.
I
And then
did.
you're hungover and you're like, dude,
I was
this is
drinking. I was
even more
taking
terrible.
dabs. I was like,
Rio was
well, you
getting
fell
it.
asleep at the game.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I remember
I didn't
that.
think that. I didn't expect anything less.
Oh, that wasn't
I
that the
fell
Falcons
asleep
game?
at a Pistons game too.
Yeah.
You
you're-
remember that?
You're a snoozer,
Dude,
Rio
I'll
is a
get
snoozer.
fucked up
Yeah.
and then pass out in the stadium.
Oh, he
if you
takes
haven't
dad
slept,
naps.
if you haven't slept in LCA or Ford Field, are you really even a fan?
That's not your fault though. That's Detroit's fault for putting out shitty teams.
Yeah. Well, that
Because if
game.
it was a good game, you wouldn't have slept.
But
Yeah.
that Falcons game
That
that, we went to, it was kind of lit at the end, and then we got jit.
I was
You
up
guys
for the
remember
end.
that?
I was
Oh,
up
yeah.
at the
Dude,
end. Yeah.
We got
We got
jit
the-
no,
in
we
that game.
won and then we lost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how we lost. That didn't even make sense.
But that's why at the end of that game, that's why at the end of the Chiefs game, I was just like waiting.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
like, wait, how are we
Yeah.
gonna get scammed in this one? I'm not sure what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah. What's
here.
going on here?
Like
No.
you guys realize we have a 1 point lead and the clock's about to expire, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's okay with this?
Are you sure you
Dude.
don't want to give the ball to the defense?
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird.
So no, that's good stuff, dude. We're riding high, dude. I was
Yes.
honestly on a natural high for like 3 days after that game. Like I'm just coming down from the high, and now having this conversation, which I've been anticipating, has got me
Yeah.
skyrocketed for next Sunday, dude.
No, this was so dope. It
Dude.
was so awesome.
It's gonna be another battle though.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh,
Yeah.
the Seahawks
Oh, yeah.
are no slouches, dude.
and they added another wide receiver. Like it's gonna be
They
tough.
got K9 too. They got Kenneth Walker.
Yep.
So we got to be on our run defense.
And
game.
that running back from Michigan.
Charbonnet.
Which, shout out
Charbonnet.
to
Charbonnet too, yeah.
Shout out to University of Michigan, because every time I've looked at any NFL game today, somebody from Michigan has been like standing out. Like I turned on earlier and I saw Nico Collins have a nice catch.
Oh,
a couple
shit.
nice catches.
Yeah.
And then I saw David Ajabo go in and get a strip sack.
Dude.
And then I could have sworn that Rashawn Gary in this game,
Oh,
I saw
yeah.
him get in there and get a big sack on Justin
Almost,
Fields.
Yeah.
He almost had a strip
Everywhere
sack.
I look,
Yeah, he almost had a
Michigan's
strip.
showing out.
Well, and that's
Yeah,
where I'll say,
shout out.
like,
Go Blue.
I
Go Blue.
honestly hate
Aiden
Jim
Hutchinson,
Harbaugh.
too.
yeah, Aiden Hutchinson.
Let's
too,
not forget
baby.
about him. He's the only Michigan player I like, actually.
Yeah, but it took a year, didn't
Yeah.
it?
It took a minute for me to be convinced, but
There's so many Michigan
but-
State fans who were like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
yeah, I'm like, dude, we
he's
drafted that
overrated.
idiot. No, yeah, no, he's legit.
He's not.
Legit. He's legit.
He's not
no, he is
overrated
not
at
overrated at all.
all.
He's like Bosa 2.0.
He's
But-
gonna be a monster.
So what I will say though is, on that note, as much as I hate Michigan, I will say at this point, 5 years down the road, I have
Yeah,
to give
with
Jim
Harbaugh.
Harbaugh a little bit of credit, because honestly, even his own people were eating him alive in the
yeah,
beginning.
yeah,
after-
I was one of them.
and
Like,
he
I
had a
was-
very similar path to Tucker, where he had a good season and then a lot of bad seasons.
Yeah.
I was hoping, I'm going to transition here, that this year Tucker would show some promise, and then he got fired today.
Tucker
He
got
showed
let
something.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's not coming. He's going.
No,
See
Tuck-
you, Tucker.
Tuck-
You're out, buddy.
No, Tuck came.
Yeah. Oh, he did. It wasn't appropriate, but no. In all seriousness, like
Oh, yeah, sorry.
everything. That was really funny though.
Yeah, it was.
But,
I'll save it for the stage, though. All right?
yeah,
Let
yeah.
me say.
That's for the stand up.
Yeah,
but,
that because it's deplorable.
Oh,
It
people
is.
are desensitized. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay, all right,
They don't
good.
care.
Yeah,
No,
it's-
and-
Dude, people were. I've
and-
seen some fucked.
and honestly, like.
I've seen some fucked
Like,
up
you
stuff.
cannot
shit.
be a leader of a college football team and act with that type of behavior. That's never going to be acceptable. I don't care what the story
Absolutely
is,
disgusting.
or what's right, or what he says versus she says. I don't care about any of that. When you're recruiting high school players and you're leading college young adults
Yep.
into like adulthood,
Yeah.
you can't act like that and think that that's acceptable. So to be fired is more than reasonable. And
Yeah.
the fact of the matter is,
I don't think you have to convince anybody about this.
yeah,
No.
no. But the fact of the matter is Tucker wasn't really like impressing anybody at this point. I feel like so. Is it really that big of a deal? You know that
It doesn't matter.
gone?
He's gone.
Yeah,
it's not even
yeah.
worth debating. He's
So
gone.
Yeah.
He's out of there.
He's
it's
out.
over.
But what I did
It's
read,
gone.
what I did read that I'm
I didn't
excited
even read
about.
that. I didn't even read that he got fired.
No, he's officially fired.
Wow.
But
wow.
on the positive,
2-0 right now.
2-0. On a positive,
And he'll be coaching at some small school in a couple years.
Oh, yeah.
And then he'll start moving his way back up the ranks.
yeah,
Watch.
yeah, which is disgusting. But the on the positive though, Harlan Barnett, who is actually a really good coach, he's been with Michigan State for a while. He's the interim coach, and I actually saw that D'Antonio is coming
He is.
Yeah.
back to help out with the football program, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
need that.
So,
They need that.
with the situation.
yeah.
But,
I want to say something, though, if we can get back on track with sports. Season for the Tigers is getting close to being over.
yeah, they beat the Yankees.
I feel like they. No, yeah,
And
yeah, whatever.
I think we just.
Hey,
Whatever.
I saw it. I was excited.
I'm
I was
pretty
like,
sure
hey,
we just took the series from White Sox too.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think-
we actually beat everybody in our division
Yep.
over the course of the
The
season.
Twins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we won
did
the
take
series
one,
with everyone. So,
Yeah. It was
but
the first time in a
I
long
think they
time.
overachieved for what they're given. But
We did. No, we definitely
This
did.
is
And
the
then we're
thing that-
also smacking. Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead. No,
I was just saying we're also getting some batting.
Some
You know?
firepower. Yeah.
Yep,
we needed that.
Yeah, we're getting people who are hitting 20 plus.
Yep.
And we got more than 2 players hitting 20 plus home runs this year.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah, but this is the thing that
The
kills
graph,
me.
yeah.
I was looking at this the other day. So, when we traded Isaac Paredes to Tampa Bay for Austin Meadows, who hasn't played at all this year,
Yeah.
and then we signed prior to that when we signed Javier Baez.
Man.
Isaac Paredes has hit 29 home runs,
Ooh, that hurts.
and
That could have been our
his
third or
OPS is
fourth
like
player.
900.
Woo!
And
900.
Javier Baez has hit like 8 home runs, I think.
Yeah,
on the
that's not
year.
good. He's hit a
Maybe
lot of
even that.
strikeouts too.
Yeah, he struck out. Oh my gosh.
He
I don't know.
reaches.
It kills me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know how many more games we would have won if we just would have had Paredes, who was hitting the ball?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Smacking home runs.
Like, I think we would have had a chance at the division just
Oh,
by
for sure.
infusing him into that lineup.
Well, and because our division sucks.
No,
That's
next
what I'm
year
saying.
I think we are taking our division. Next year,
I think so.
I think it's
And
going to be
Isn't
the
Riley
Tigers
Green hurt
winning
again
AL
now?
Central.
I think he's hurt again. I thought
We
I
just
read,
started a new pitcher today. Shit.
He dove and caught a ball and got hurt at one point, but I don't know how long he was out.
I think he had like something bruised or whatever. But yeah, I've kind of fell off on the Tigers. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I hate to say it because I am loyal to the Tigers, but like, it's just like I could tell we weren't really gonna make a big push. So I was like, I'll keep up on my articles.
Oh, this city's
but,
gonna turn Honolulu blue right now.
Yeah, it's all Lions right now. Like, I'm
and
sorry.
rightfully so.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, the whole city is.
And we'll see how the Red
bleeding
Wings are
Honolulu
looking
blue.
too when the season starts, and the Pistons. But and I am I'm a little hype on the Pistons too. Like, I think Cade Cunningham's gonna be legit, dude.
Yeah.
Like I think he's gonna be, for young superstars.
Cade
he's
Cunningham is
easily
coming.
in the top 10.
Yeah.
He's top 10 young superstar right now. I feel like he's got to be.
He was cooking all summer long.
Yeah.
Cooking in every single league and mixer that he was playing in.
Yeah, but I don't know if like any of those teams have a shot to like actually win the Stanley Cup or win an NBA championship.
not
the
a
Lions
chance.
could have a
Yeah.
chance.
Yeah.
So it's definitely Honolulu blue for now, for a while, which is good though. It's nice to finally have that. But
So, and honestly, if there is anybody listening that has topic ideas that you want us to address or talk about, or certain players, definitely put some feedback on our comment section.
Yep.
I mean, really, we're here for you guys. We want to entertain you. We want to make sure that your needs are met.
Yeah.
So just
we need to call a Bears fan next time.
Oh, please.
I got a few.
Dude.
I got a few.
I saw one at the
Alright.
liquor store when I was getting the beer, dude. He was
should've
all,
brought him.
Dude, he was decked out. He had the
Oh
Bears
shoot! Was
jersey
it my
with the-
co-host
Maybe.
Darius Kennedy?
Dude,
he lives down the street. He was wearing a Bears hat, Bears shirt.
Dude,
got
he
a new
had
Bears
orange
flag.
shoes. He had orange shoes on. He was buying a little pint of some like cheap like vodka.
Oh no, that wasn't.
He had an
him.
Arizona watermelon boy. He's about
Oh,
to mix her up,
shit.
dude. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's classy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
sounds like
The pint
Chicago.
with the Arizona watermelon.
yeah, oh yeah.
Classic
he was about to
fucking
slurp
bear
her
down fucking
He-
slush.
Well, because they're getting
That's a
smashed.
headache
so he's
right there.
like,
Let
might
me
as well-
get smashed
yeah,
too.
Exactly.
You know.
So-
But yeah, you can follow us _ LTP _ on Twitter. We have a Facebook, Lions, Tigers, and Ponies podcast on Facebook. Search us on YouTube. Search us everywhere you listen to your podcast. Tell your friends. Tell your mama. Tell
your cousins.
Yeah, anybody that listens to our to sports or likes sports, let them know that we do this all the time, and we're only going to be going further.
We're
I
gonna
know
do
you-
calls. We're gonna start taking calls.
Yeah. You know
Dude,
this.
So if you
my
wanna call
recorder
in-
can take calls. My recorder can take calls. That's
I
not
was
an
just
issue.
asked
Yeah, we're
that
gonna need
today.
to. We're gonna need to do some calls.
Heck yeah.
No, I had somebody that asked me today, like, do you guys ever take calls? And I'm like, well, we haven't so far, but we probably will.
Oh, we
and
will.
Mind
We would
you,
have to let the listeners know when we're live or when we're available.
yeah.
You know, we would need like more dedicated audience that
Well-
would like call in when we're
No.
live.
I just want to call. Like,
But we
I
can
wanna
call
get,
somebody.
I want like as a guest kind of thing. I
Yeah.
want to call, put somebody on the spot, and ask them some.
Somebody
Yeah.
who's like a huge Justin Fields fan.
Let's go.
Like,
Let's go.
like an Ohio
like
State
Lion fan. I want to talk to a Lion fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we need that energy.
Yeah, no, so we're excited, guys. We're glad
It's
you're
only
here with
starting.
us.